Good morning, everyone. I'm by the names of Jeanette Omutoni, and I'm going to tell you about what managers should do in order to be effective at the workplace. In this presentation, I'm going to focus on only two crucial and essential concepts that are the five management function and as well as the three primary management style. First of all, I'm going to tell you what management is. So management is defined as the acts of getting people together to achieve common goals and objectives with the use of available resources. So people who take control of those activities, who put people together and the resources as well as the resources to achieve those goals are called managers. The five management functions that we're going to talk about, they include planning. In the planning, managers have responsibilities of planning ahead of what the company will look like in the future, or they predict and then set goals and objectives of which the company will be working on to achieve. One of the management tasks of planning is scheduling activities and as well as setting company goals. Another management function is the organizing. So in the organizing, managers bring together the resources available in the organization and then organize them in a way that is going to help them or lead them to the achievement of the goals and the objectives they have set in the planning. The management task in the organizing is resource allocation. To continue, another management function is staffing. So in the staffing, managers identify different job work positions and then recruit the best employees who best fits those positions, and then they work to achieve the company goals, of course. So one of the management tasks that is done in the staffing includes recruitment. Another management function includes leading. So in the leading, managers motivate employees and support them for them to achieve their targets, and also the managers are required to lead by example so that employees look after them while achieving their goals. So one of the management tasks that is done in the leading is supervision. So managers supervise what employees are doing. Another management function is controlling. So in the controlling, managers take time to evaluate and see the performance of employees against the plan or against the action plan they have created in the beginning. So this is to help the managers know if the goals are being achieved or not. So the management task that can be done in the controlling is the giving feedbacks to employees. So after talking about the management functions, let's go to the three primary management styles as I said earlier. One of the management style is directing. So the directing involves giving instructions and to employees. Managers give instruction to employees. For example, they give them a task to do, how to do it, and then when to do it. An example is a manager is teaching his subordinate how to prepare a budget, and then after teaching the manager how to prepare a budget, and then the manager sets a deadline for the employee to finish the tasks assigned to that budget. So one of the strengths for this management style, it is that it is very effective in emergencies, since it can give clear instructions to employees. So if they are very quick enough, they are quick learners, they can easily do the task. However, one of the weaknesses is that, let's say if there are new employees and then they are not used to the task, so if in case of unclear instructions, can be very hard for them to be productive, hence producing poor work. So another management style is delegating. So in the delegating, manager gives full responsibilities to employees of performing a given task. So a manager gives them that task to perform in a given period of time, and also allow them to find their own ways to do the task. So an example of delegating, a manager, let's say they are in a meeting, and then a manager calls up for a meeting, and then asks employees to find out the future trends in the industry of which they're working in. So and then a manager gives them time. Time to go and look for solutions, and then ask them to present the information, let's say in a meeting on a Monday. Like maybe they usually have a meeting on a Monday at 8 a.m. in the morning, and then they ask them to present that information. So one of the strengths for delegating is that it gives employee a room for creativity, since they go find their own ways to do the tasks. And then a weakness is that people with less experience, who are not experienced enough, it can be very hard to do that task, because they are all going to find their own ways to do the work, so it can delay. So another last but not least management style is discussing. So in the discussing, managers involve employees in the decision-making process. So manager also consider their views and their views. So an example is, let's say a manager calls up for a meeting with the employees to discuss different ways to increase the market, and then the manager gives 10 minutes to employees to discuss those different ways of how to increase the market, and also gives them 10 minutes to share about what they have discussed. So one of the strengths of discussing is that it develops teamwork, since the teamwork spirit in the organization between the manager and the employees, because they're working together to find out the solutions. And also in the discussing style, the best decisions are made. So, but the weakness for the discussing is that it involves everyone. Since it involves everyone in the decision making, it delays the process of implementing the ideas or the decision they have made. So thank you so much. These are what we had to learn in this presentation. Hope you learned. Thank you.